What's going on, champs and champettes? It's your boy FireMonkey here, and today we're just gonna be chilling and talking about a lot of copium I've been puffing recently about the upcoming game Dead Island 2, which releases February 3rd, 2023. Yes, I've memorized it off the top of my head, and all the information I've gathered from so many different sources regarding this game, while just chilling, sitting back, and grinding away on the Crucible, journey. I'm playing some Control and Crucible just because I feel it's a little bit easier just to kind of like talk about and stuff while I do other stuff, because it's not a mode where I'm really depending on, like, the team depends on me or anything. It's more a mode where, if people do good, they do good. If people do bad, it's fine. No one's going to really care about it, but I will be able to get a Destiny 2 bounty done in a second here, the one for playing Crucible matches, and that'll allow me to get some goodies from my boy Shax. So let's go ahead and talk about Dead Island 2. This is a game that I've been hyped for. As you guys may or may not know about me and my type of content, or I guess just my personality in general, I love zombie games. Zombie games, whether it's a Call of Duty Treyarch zombie, whether it's Advanced Warfare zombies, or whether it's Dying Light or Dead Island, I love zombie slashing games just because, I like having some fun going into that specific realm and just, murdering some innocent zombies who are trying to murder me back. Now, as we know, Dead Island 2 is a game that has been in development for a very long time, and in fact, it was announced back in 2013, 2014, and then it just kind of went completely into the void. No one heard anything about it. All we really knew was that different studios had took on the task of actually working on this game, and then we got Dambuster Studios, which is an internal studio at Deep Silver, who took over the project currently and have been working on this game since 2018. Now, according to Dambuster's statement over at Gamescom, when they let people play a playable demo of the game, they mentioned that the current version was created from scratch back in 2018, so they had around 4 years of dev time, and they wanted to start with a clean slate. They didn't want to use the scraps of the previous companies who had tried working on Dead Island 2 and stopped, and they wanted to, have this clean slate while also at the exact same time making sure they kept the original pitch and idea for Dead Island 2 intact. So basically it's like, hey, it's just a different studio, but they didn't try, rewriting Dead Island. They saw what the pitch was for Dead Island 2, and they're like, okay, let's stick with this pitch, let's keep this going, and let's make sure that whatever we make goes to that brings to fruition what the original idea all the way back from 2014, maybe even earlier on, 2013, 2012 was, and that makes me a little bit hyped for it, right? Because it's like, okay, even the old trailers, even the old beta demos from 2015 and stuff, even though those aren't in the code at all, and those haven't been used for this game in particular, maybe it is going to give us our first glimpse of what to expect with this. Because believe it or not, there was a leaked build from 2015 that got leaked in around 2019 that I have been able to play, which was a demo, dev build of Dead Island 2, and it had a story planned. They practically had everything that was going on planned ahead of time, and even though they didn't have dialogue or anything, they had the fully scripted scenes. They had the fully quest-lined quest, that's a very weird way of saying it, but they had all the quests planned out and everything, and I was like, you know what, I like what they were planning here. I thought it was very interesting, and I would love to see it come to fruition. So knowing the fact that we might still see some stuff that was in that leaked build from 2019 that was made in 2015 makes me a little excited. Of course, it's probably not going to be the exact same storyline or anything, because that one was heavily unfinished, and this one, they kind of kept the pitch, but they got rid of everything else. Now, when it comes to the game itself, there's been a lot of stuff that's gone on, and a lot of the info that's been released recently is more on the hush-hush. Not because, it's like an insider leak or anything like that, but it's because the only places you can really find the info were on some interview sites where, they were reviewing the Gamescom playable demo that they got early access to playing. It was a very linear demo where you had a few objectives, and you weren't able to free roam out everywhere. You weren't able to create your own character or anything like that. You were just thrown into the game, and you were given a mission to do before the demo would completely end. Now, a lot of stuff that they've actually mentioned, I've gone ahead and bullet pointed so I could talk about in this video, and I'm excited, right? I puffed copium way too hard, so if this game flops, I have the most expensive edition or whatever, the physical book with the physical edition with the steelbook and stuff. I have that on pre-order, so if this game flops, I'm gonna be a sad boy, but I might just cope hard enough to enjoy the game no matter how terrible it might end up being. Now, regarding the actual stuff that has been revealed, one thing is that the stamina system is quote-unquote a lot more generous in this game compared to previous Dead Island games. This is a major benefit in my opinion, because as someone who has played through the Dead Island game recently and completed, Dead Island 1, I still have to do Riptide and all the spin-off games now, but as someone who recently went back and played Dead Island 1, man, it was like you got 10 seconds to sprint, and then you had to wait like 5 to 10 seconds to regain your stamina before you sprinted again. And if you were kicking stuff, oh man, you kicked 2 guys, and then all of a sudden you're just out of breath. Now, if you're actually just attacking normally, you know, everything would be fine. You know, you don't have really any issues swinging your weapons around, but for some reason in that game, whenever you would use your kick and you would just kick a zombie or something, and then using normal weapon or anything like that, suddenly your stamina is just completely gone. So I'm really happy to see that apparently there's going to be a better stamina system going on in this game, and some more stuff they mentioned was some old and new throwables coming to the game. So obviously you have your normal grenades, bait bombs, and molotovs. If you don't know what a bait bomb is, in Dead Island 1, a bait bomb was basically like you take zombie flesh, you turn it into an explosive, and wherever you throw it, it just kind of explodes, and I guess like attracts zombies or something. It was one of those items where I knew about its existence, I knew how to craft it, I just never used them in my gameplay at all. They also have shurikens now, so you're able to throw out ninja stars as you're playing it. Just imagine it running around, and I saw in the clip you're able to throw out like 3 ninja stars at once. Imagine running around, you see a group of zombies, you just go shing, 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 and then all of a sudden, you know, all those zombies got impaled by some ninja stars. It sounds like a fun time, because, you know, I get to just be like, wah, or whatever when I'm, you know, just messing around playing the game. Now, something interesting that is, you know, an iffy change in my opinion, just because I haven't seen much detail on it, they haven't really shared that much about it yet, is how they're going to be handling skill trees. They're removing skill trees entirely from Dead Island 2, and instead they're going to be doing like a skill deck variant where you have a lot of tarot cards. You'll be able to get more cards as you play the game, and these cards you can equip for different buffs, traits, you know, different things like that. It can be stuff from like simple things such as, you know, swapping a 1-foot kick into like a drop kick, you know, with both feet and all that stuff. Can I even go back here? No, but I'm dead anyways. But yeah, it'll be some stuff like, you know, being able to swap a 1-foot kick into a drop kick. Another thing that's very interesting is apparently a powerful scream card that whenever you do this scream, you'll send out a shockwave blast that, you know, will knock back all the zombies nearby. And there will be some cards that, you know, are like character specific perks. So basically it's a weird fluid skill tree where, you know, every character is going to have some unique cards and unique perks and stuff, but it's really up to you to build your ultimate zombie destroying machine, because, you know, you'll be able to re-roll your deck, you'll be able to change up the cards, mix and match, instead of being locked into, hey, these are your only choices. I feel that it could be good, but I also feel that, you know, it could go poorly. They could implement it in like a bad way or something, and then it just hinders the overall experience, but I'm coping, you know, I'm hoping for the best. I think they've got it. I believe in them. But then again, I also just want a good zombie game, and I also just want Dead Island 2 because, you know, I don't want to mess it up like Saints Row got messed up or anything like that. I just want something that's fun and enjoyable to play. Now, on top of this, they're also planning to add brand new zombies to the game, which, you know, isn't, oh my god, the whole team was there. But yeah, you know, it's like a nice little refresher for Dead Island, because as I'm going there and, you know, I'm looking through all the zombie type stuff going on with Dead Island 2, I'll be able to go ahead and meet some new ones. The ones that have been revealed by these, you know, people who got to play the beta early was one, a Voltic Screamer, which is basically a normal zombie. However, they can flood the surrounding area with like electricity and stuff like that. Oh, we got a Thunderlord Catalyst. All right, I'm fine with that. But they also have a Big Thug. I don't know the actual name. That's just what they called it. The Big Thug, which will pound the ground, sending out a damaging shockwave that will be required for you to jump over in order to not get knocked back or take any damage. So it is going to be interesting to see how they implement new zombies into the already zombie-infested land of Dead Island, because let me tell you, there are some interesting zombies already in Dead Island 1, and some of them that I just completely stay away from. Like, if I see a ram in Dead Island 2, they better either make it easier to kill, or they better make it so that, you know, they're just not as often going to be right there in a spot where I gotta go. Because if you don't know what a ram in Dead Island 1 is, it's basically this dude with like tons of health, right? He can take so many bullets, he can take molotovs and everything else, who's like a giant brute in a strafe jacket, you know, a strafe jacket, they're like all armed up and everything like this and stuff, they can't move that much, but whenever they see you, they charge at you. If you move around a corner, they've got the perfect angle movement while charging at max speed with no abilities to their arms to turn around and steal still slam their body into you. Like, how is that even possible? So I hope, if they still include stuff like the RAM, it's a little bit easier to mess around with. And speaking of zombies, something I want to mention is that they have a new system called the Flesh system. The Flesh system is actually an acronym which means fully locational evisceration system for humanoids, and it basically is a way to make the zombie slicing experience a lot more unique. They mention stuff such as flesh slicing open, guts spilling out, limbs flying off bodies, flames burning skin and melting through muscle of zombies, and if this looks visually good in game, I'm hyped for it, right? I am going to enjoy that experience. I mean, from the trailers and everything, it's looked like a gory game, and I'm like, ugh, am I even allowed to, like, record this game or anything if I post it on YouTube? And I don't have to censor something, age restrict myself or something like that? I don't know, but I know that it looks so crazy, and, like, the abilities to just rip a zombie apart, smash your hand through a zombie, see eyeballs popping out and stuff like we saw in the trailer, it's going to make for a pretty interesting experience, and I just hope I don't throw up playing the game. Now, they also have a fluid simulator for water and fuel, meaning that if you pour water bottles on the ground or you pour, like, gas cans on the ground and stuff like that, you'll actually see those water puddles, you'll actually see the oil patterns, and for example, with water, you could take one of those voltage screamers, the, like, electric zombies, have them walk over into the water, and then the water will now be conductive with electricity on top of it, so you can turn a zombie into a weapon against other zombies, and then, with oil, of course, you can make a little pattern or whatever, make a pathway, catch it on fire, and then all the zombies that, step on it will catch on fire as well. So it's interesting to see how they're putting so much love into even the weird things like pouring water bottles and gas cans on the ground to, have full fuel effects, have these fluid simulations going on in their zombie slaying game. But you know what? I think that's going to add up for some very interesting moments when it comes to, killing some zombies and having some fun. Now, something that my friends have been worried about, though, when it comes to this game and, everything going on with Dead Island 2, is the whole entire aspect of the characters, because in Dead Island 1 and Riptide, they were technically, like, stereotypes, and what I mean by this is, like, if you were a character who was really big into football, it was like a jock character, all of their quotes and everything would be references to that type of sport, to that type of thing. If you had a character that, might have been, this obviously wasn't in the game, but I'm kind of like a samurai-esque character, they're going to make samurai references and stuff. Well, according to the actual developers, in a statement from the dev team at Dambuster when it came to Gamescom, they said that each character will have their own voice and their own dialogue, so you might get their own character, you might get one character who will be particularly driven or energized and upbeat, and you might get another character who might be a little bit more on the cynical side with certain different responses. They've written those characters to reflect different playstyles, like a whole entire broad aspect of them, and you might be able to still get that little quirky effect from that specific character, those stereotypes and stuff like that, but they also plan that to make it so whatever character you pick, whatever cutscenes you see with your character, even if your dialogue is different, the overall storyline is going to be the exact same. It's just how your voices interact with the game that's going to differ from character to character. Now, when it came to the actual playable demo itself, you were able to play as Amy, which is the character who has like a prosthetic leg. They have one leg that's actually there, and then the other leg's just, like this little piece of like metal or whatever, and you walk through a pier in order to look for a laptop that holds a blood drive, which currently in the context of the Gamescom demo didn't really have that much information in it, but a lot of people are speculating blood drive, maybe this is just like a joke for, like a hard drive, solid state drive, something like that, and they just put blood in there because, it matches more of that zombie aesthetic or something like that. After you get this blood drive back, apparently for some reason you decide to go ahead and start working on turning the power for a Ferris wheel, and once you get up to the Ferris wheel, once you start turning on the power and stuff, you're meted by Butcho the Clown, which is a butcher class zombie, basically a zombie whose arms are spikes and do a lot of damage to you, and it's unique because of the fact that they actually are wearing a clown mask, because guess what? They're a boss zombie, but also they're in a carnival setting, so it really makes sense there, and that is one thing that's got me like a little bit extra excited, which is just a nerdy thing to nerd out about when it comes to the game, is the fact that when you're playing this game, if you go to a different area, the zombies are going to be wearing clothes that match that area. So, if you're over at the beach, you're gonna see zombies in maybe like some tank tops and stuff like that. If you're over at like a recording studio, you're gonna see zombies with like boom mics and stuff attached to them that you would normally see someone have at a recording studio. So it really just, dang, that was a like 3 kill. I'm fine with that. But yeah, you're going to really be able to get immersed a lot more than in previous zombie games. You know, there Dead Island 1 from a long time ago, where instead of, you know, having all these different unique outfits for zombies, it was just kind of like, here's the zombie type. They're going to be wearing the same clothes no matter what. Enjoy your day, you know. And I'm kind of excited, you know. I feel like there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff I can do with this game. And once it comes out, you already know I'm going to be ranting about random topics, you know, ranting about the game itself, ranting about just whatever I want to talk about, while grinding out some Dead Island 2 and just slashing through some zombies. I'm way too excited for the game. I have the most expensive version pre-ordered on Xbox because I have a few friends who are going to be playing on Xbox. You know, I want to co-op with them, play it with them as well. But I plan to, you know, maybe buy a PC copy if it ever comes to Steam. You know, if I can't manage to get a PC copy on Steam, I might end up buying it on Epic Games. I'm not really for sure. You know, I know people hate the Epic Games launcher. I'm kind of like, I prefer Steam, but, you know, I don't care either way which one my game's on if it's a fun game. So, you know, hopefully everything goes good. Hopefully the game's fun, hopefully I'm able to grind it out for multiple hours and just use it for background footage. Because, you know, that's the thing we like doing here. Even though, like, look, we're playing Destiny 2, right? Some people might click on this video being like, oh, he's a Destiny creator. No, I just play games I'm having fun playing, and let me tell you, if I can ramble on while just slicing some zombies and some glorious action, I'm gonna ramble on while slicing some zombies and some glorious action. So I would love to hear in the comments down below, if you watched this video fully through, what do you think about everything I said? Are you hyped for Dead Island 2? I personally am, but also at the same time, sometimes waiting years for a game and then it flopping could be a bad thing. I mean, just look at the brand new Saints Row game. I played it, right? And I'm not going to say it's a bad game. I'll be honest, I kind of enjoyed the game, but I also kind of enjoyed it for the wrong reasons, because instead of enjoying the game for, you know, glorious writing or anything like that, I enjoyed the game because of how buggy it was. You would like punch a dude right when you run out of the gate, right? Right when you do the tutorial, you would punch someone and then they would just go flying. Their ragdoll would break and everything else on you for basically no reason at all, except for the fact that the game just decided, yeah, this is how we're going to handle it. And those glitches kind of make the game a little bit more fun for me. I don't know. It's just something about it just being so broken that I enjoy. But yeah, I think with that said, I'm going to end the video off here. I hope you enjoyed the wonderful Crucible gameplay. Got a few good kills there. You know, I actually did quite better than I thought I was. You know, I was like, okay, I'm going to ramble on about a topic, look over at my other monitor to get all the little, like, bullet points and stuff out of the way. So I'll probably throw a match or two here. But, you know, I've been able to actually hold my own. I've been able to get a few kills here and there, and I am proud of that. However, you know, once I get the Fortnite channel video recorded after I record this one, I'm 100% going to go and grind some more Gambit, because it's 2x XP weekend in week in Gambit right now, and I'm just going to, you know, demolish the Gambit zone. I'm going to reset 57,000 times. I'm going to get all the ranks and everything, because let me tell you, the 2x, like, fame point progress or whatever, just the 2x progress in these modes, insanely helpful, because I found out if I want to go to the max rank in Dares of Eternity, I've got to play around 42 more games to completion, and each match takes like 10 to 20 minutes, so it's like I could be there for a while, just so I can get a poop rock as a ship. Because if you guys don't know, there's a little like ship in the game that's just a giant asteroid that we kind of have dubbed the poop rock, because you've put the right shader on it. It's literally just a glowing like pile of poop that you're piloting instead of a ship, and I kind of like it. I kind of find it funny. Maybe I'm dumb and immature. I don't care though. It's a funny, and I want it, just like I want these kills. Okay, I got one of the kills. That's completely fine with me. But with that said, I'll see you champs and champions next time. Peace out.